to better deal with a disorder he described as the most challenging combination of physical and mental health. Cambridgeshire and Peterborough NHS Foundation Trust, which treated all of the women, said it was sorry for the shortcomings in care and was working to ensure patients can access support at the earliest opportunity and therefore have the best chances of recovery. It's hoped the coroner's findings will help save lives. The bereaved want a lasting legacy, as like Emma Brown's family, they reflect on what they've lost.
I was blessed, fortunate, in that the last words that Emma said to me were, "I love you, Daddy."
Daniela Ralph, BBC News.
And for more details of organisations which offer advice and support with eating disorders, go online to bbc.co.uk/actionline. The actor Geoffrey Palmer has died at the age of 93. He found fame in the 1970s as the put-upon husband opposite Wendy Craig's Rhea in the BBC sitcom Butterflies.
It's your dinner.
I know it's my dinner, but could you identify the various heaps?
His career stretched for 60 years. He was also known for the fall and rise of Reginald Perrin and As Time Goes By with Dame Judi Dench. Geoffrey Palmer, who has died at the age of 93. The Royal British Legion says it fears it could lose millions of pounds in donations to its annual poppy appeal because it can't carry out street collections due to COVID restrictions. Coronavirus also means that at the Cenotaph this year, the public will be kept away for the first time on Remembrance Sunday. There will be just a handful of veterans present and no traditional march past. Sarah Campbell reports.
Once again, the King's act of homage is the symbol of the homage of his people.
It's the moment the nation pauses in remembrance. In 100 years, the event has barely changed, but this year it will be different.
Here we go, come on, okay, good boy.
Former Army Major John Guiemza Pipe and his assistant Stog Baxter were due to be among the veterans march past the monument. Instead, he will now remember fallen comrades from home on the Isle of Wight.
Bearing in mind that a lot of the folks who would march, we don't want them to get sick. We want them to be around for a lot longer. I think the right call was made.
On November the 11th, 1920, the day the unknown warrior was buried in nearby Westminster Abbey, the stone cenotaph was unveiled by King George V. This Sunday, his descendants will lay wreaths on the cenotaph's stone steps after the 2-minute silence. Whitehall's pavements are usually packed with members of the public. Instead, they'll be asked to remember at home, online, or wherever socially distanced remembrance events are taking place. And there's a plea this year from the Royal British Legion, whose ability to raise funds through poppy sales has been severely hampered due to the pandemic.
In this extraordinary year, the first year for 99 years that we don't have poppy collectors out on the street, we're asking the British public to join us online, to download a poppy, to donate.
And the presence of the all-important veterans will be felt at the Cenotaph on Sunday. 26 of them will march past. Among them, this former officer with the Women's Royal Navy.
It's a great honour. I feel very humble and very privileged. Yes, it will be small on scale, but I think it's more important than ever that we remember and be united.
Still the focal point for the nation's remembrance, Sunday's service will be scaled back, but no less significant. Sarah Campbell, BBC News, Westminster.
Well, let's go back to our main story tonight in the US presidential election, which has left